Today we're going to be discussing inventory in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, including assembly, bill of materials, tracking items, key fields on the item record, and replenishment. Hello Dynamics community, I'm Dave from Bond Consulting Services. One of our experts, Lupe, will be discussing the inventory functionality inside of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Let's get started.
To review the items, we're going to go under Sales, Items, and this will give us a list of all the items we have set up in the system. If a new item needs to be created, we could click on the plus new option. In this case, we'll go ahead and open one of the items we previously created. Once we have opened the item card, we will see different tabs. Under the first tab, Item, we could see the number of the item and its description. For the item type, we have different options available, including inventory, which is a type that will allow us to keep track of quantities, service for any services provided, and non-inventory for consumables, which we do not want to keep track of quantities. In the base unit of measure field, we could specify the unit of measure for this item. And we also have an item category code, which will allow us to group items by a specific code. On the right-hand side, we could upload a picture of the item and also include user-defined item attributes. These item attributes could be used to filter in the main page. We also have an option for attachments if we want to upload any attachment, links, or notes for this item. Continuing along in the inventory page, we could go ahead and see the quantities on hand, quantities on purchase orders, and quantity on sales orders. Any of these fields allow you to drill down to the corresponding records. Under the cost and posting, we have different costing methods available, including first in, first out, last in, first out, specific, average, or standard. The item's unit cost will automatically populate here as transactions get recorded. Under the posting details, we have different posting groups available, so you can map the items to the corresponding general ledger accounts. In the prices and sales section, we could define a unit price, and we could also set up special pricing for the items. For example, if we click on the View Existing Prices and Discounts, we could see different prices set up by customer or by a customer price group. Under Replenishment, we could specify the replenishment system, which in this case it's purchase, and the vendor information where we're going to order from. The planning section, we have different reordering policies available in order for the system to provide recommendations on when the item should be purchased. In this example, the fixed reorder quantity allows us to specify our reorder points, reorder quantities, and any minimum order quantities, maximum order quantities the vendor has specified. In addition, we could also include safety lead times and safety stock quantities. If the item is lot or serial track, this can be specified under the item tracking code. In this case, the item is serial track, and this has been specified within this field. In Business Central, we could also set up bill of materials and assemblies for specific items. Navigating back to our item list, we'll go ahead and open one of the items here. In this case, the conference bundle includes a bill of materials and assembly. Under the replenishment section, we have specified it as an assembly. Under the assembly policy, we have a couple options to assemble to stock or assemble to order. To open the assembly bill of materials, we're going to click under Related, Bill of Materials, Assembly, Assembly BOM. Here we could specify the different items, resources to complete this item. In the assembly bill of materials, we could specify the item components and resources. For example, in this assembly, we have 2 different items and the time spent to install this item. Once the bill of material has been specified, now we will go through how to enter and assembly order, and assembly order. In the magnifying glass on the top right hand corner, we're going to type in assembly order. Select the first option. The assembly orders page, we will click on plus new to start a new transaction. Now we will select the item number. In the posting section, we could specify the location. And now we could specify the quantity to assemble. Once we have entered the quantity, the line items will automatically populate with the corresponding quantity needed for each of the component items. If we do not have enough stock for any one of the component items, there will be a warning available within this field. From here, we could go ahead and print a document. And this assembly order document could be provided to the corresponding team to assemble. In the line section, we could also change the components as needed depending on the circumstances. Once the items have been assembled, we will proceed in posting this order. Under posting, select post, confirm the action, and that will complete the assembly of the items. If we go back to the item list, we will now see that we have 2 on hand. If an item is lot tracked, we could also trace any of the specific serial or lot numbers. In the global search, in the top right hand corner, we're going to click on the magnifying glass and enter item tracing. Here we could select the first option under pages and tasks. In this page, we could specify the serial number and item filter to trace. Once we have entered that information, we're going to click on Process, Trace. Under the line items, we could then track the sales shipment and purchase receipt related to the specific serial number. If we want to drill down to the specific transaction, we could click on Line, Show Document. Here we could go ahead and see the preview of the posted sales shipment or posted purchase receipt.
Thank you, Lupe, for showcasing the Dynamics 365 capabilities. And thank you, Dynamics community, for your attention. We hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about utilizing Dynamics 365 to grow your business. Click here for our related videos. Utilize our website down below.